In this video, we are going to make a recipe from the new Tasty Freedom Cookbook, and it's going to be the banana cream pie. I'm so excited about this recipe. I have been dying to make it since I got this cookbook, so today let's do it together. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Angela. I upload every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to help you with your weight loss goals, especially if you do bright line eating like I do. Please forgive me that I rolled out of bed because this is literally an actual breakfast recipe that I'm going to eat today. So I literally just I have no makeup. I have a greasy face from waking up overnight. I am going to be filming on my Ray-Ban Stories glasses, which is not the world's best quality. So also forgive that, but it's just so much easier for me rather than setting up a tripod. I'm in a hurry. I'm ready to eat. I'm already hungry, which means that it's gonna take about 30 minutes for this to cook and be put together. So I'm like, let's just roll with the punches, okay? First and foremost, I will have this cookbook linked for you in the description box below. Here's what the final product looked like. There's a couple of testimonials about this product. And here is the recipe, which I will also have typed out for you in the description box below. And here's the list of instructions. And so if you want to screenshot this, feel free. I do recommend buying the book because there are so many recipes. And so, you know, even though I'm giving away one recipe for free, I feel like there's so many that makes it 100% worth your while. So let's go over the ingredient list so I can show you what I have. First and foremost, we've got some quinoa flakes. I literally bought these on Amazon. I will link in the description box below the Amazon link that I used. I purchased these on Amazon just so that I could make this recipe. So quinoa flakes, check. And then I've got an overripe banana. I don't know if that's gonna be 6 ounces, so I actually have another banana that I cut up this morning for my 4-year-old son, so I've got half of that left, so I'll definitely have 6 ounces. So that's the crust. Oh, and I also have some cinnamon, as requested in the crust ingredients. Now I'm going down to the filling, and I've got eggs, because it's 1 egg. I like happy eggs, that's just me. I feel like they're really, really super healthful for you. The yolk is like so pretty. Check out, like, it's always a golden sunrise yolk. Highly recommend. They are more pricey at the grocery store, so just take that into consideration. So I also love, shout out for this cookbook, I really love how Laurie put what things count as in the left, because not every cookbook does that, and so you're just kind of guessing, especially if you modify a recipe. Like, for example, with the Natalie All cookbooks, I love the batch cookbook. I just am obsessed with it. It's so good. But she does the traditional bright line eating split of veggies of 6 ounces of veggies at lunch and 14 ounces at dinner. And for me, that's a problem because I'm a 10-10 girl. And so if I want to modify things, and especially if I want to add like a half a protein, which sometimes I do because I exercise, that's something I have to figure out. And so it's just like kind of, you know, it's harder when you don't have these counts on the side. So thank you, Laurie, for doing that. I definitely have ricotta cheese. So I bought these, I bought this. The reason I got ricotta cheese too was not only for this recipe, but also because I've noticed Laurie in her cookbook here really loves to use ricotta cheese. And I know that that's counted a little bit differently I don't know, I just feel like it's a very light and cheesy kind of situation. So anyway, there's that. All right, so let's talk about ricotta cheese briefly. I just mentioned that it's counted a little bit differently, and I want to expound upon that. It is actually counted the same. 4 ounces of ricotta cheese counts as a protein, but what I want to give a shout out to is if you use it as a fat, whether you're at lunch or dinner, if you use ricotta cheese as a fat, 2 ounces of ricotta cheese counts as a fat. So please be mindful of that, because typically it's 1 ounce of cheese as a fat on Bright Lane Eating. But I think because Bright Lane has ricotta counting like so fluffy, it's like so light, that they're like, we're gonna give you 2 ounces as a fat. That makes it a little bit different. So I kind of wanted to clarify about that. Okay, so in addition to the egg and the ricotta cheese for the filling, we also have vanilla extract. So I've got that. And then also banana. And then for the topping, 1 ounce of banana sliced. As you can see, it's kind of like a decoration, so that's nice. Now let's get down to the step-by-step. I've already got my oven preheated at 350 degrees, and then I'm going to spray bottom and sides of a small baking dish with cooking spray. So I do want to tell y'all that over here, I don't have a small casserole dish, so I'm using 2 cake pans by Williams-Sonoma, and I'll be honest, I don't know if 1 or 2 will be enough, so we're gonna see how that goes. I'm just gonna spray 1 for now. So I've got my pan butter spray, and I'm just gonna spray 1 because maybe that's enough. I think I'm just going to kind of eyeball and see how big the crust is, and I'm gonna mix the crust in my Pampered Chef Better Battle bowl. Say that 15 times fast. Um, and I'm just going to see if that's enough to kind of make one, like maybe if I make it like a well, that'll be enough. But if it's a lot, then I'll go ahead and spray that one and use two. So I just wanted to have it at the ready. So those two steps are done. Then we're going to mix the crust ingredients together, which is meaning now I'm going to start filming all my Ray-Ban stories. And then after you mix the crust ingredients together, you're going to use a fork to press the crust mixture in an even layer on the bottom and sides of baking dish. And then you're going to bake that crust uncovered for 12 minutes at 350. So let's do all of the crust ingredients. On my scale, it's 0 right now. We're going to do 1 ounce of the quinoa flakes, and that's going to be your grain serving for breakfast. As you can see, it's 1 ounce. Then I zero it out. Next, I'm going to do 3 ounces of banana, overripe, mashed. This is definitely an overripe banana, so I'm just going to kind of mash it with my fork in the peel to 3 ounces. I'm at 3 ounces, and now I'm just going to add, it says a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I like cinnamon, so I'm just kind of liberally sprinkling that. And then next we're going to mix this together to form the crust. And then we're gonna, you know what? I think the crust is small enough that it will fit into one pan. So I think we'll be good with just the one cake pan. Because again, I don't have a small casserole dish, so it's like, do the best you can. You know how that goes. Now that this is all incorporated, I'm going to go ahead and take this. Yep, 1 is good. And then I'm going to spread this around to where it forms the crust. Honestly, Laurie is a genius. Like, when you look at her recipes, you're just like, wow, how did you think of that? The creativity is bomb. I just want it to be kind of flattened out just so it bakes evenly. Now I'm going to bake this for 12 minutes. And then we wait. I was waiting, I realized I should be doing the other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put together the other ingredients. We've got 1 egg. Then we've got 2 ounces of ricotta cheese. Oh, goodness. I've got my 2 ounces of ricotta cheese in there. Then we've got 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Zero out the scale. And then 2 ounces of banana overripe and mashed. Overripe and mashed. 2 ounces. Perfect. That was perfect. I love it when a piece of fruit just perfectly fills your need. And then for the extra 1 ounce of banana, this is going to be great. This is half of what I gave my son this morning for breakfast. So that's the 1 ounce that'll be the decoration. So I'm just mixing this all together, incorporating everything. Got to get that ricotta broken up. All of the banana. Now that I have mixed the filling ingredients, got it looking nice and creamy over here, I am going to wait for the crust to be done. I've got 7 more minutes on the clock, and then I'm going to pour this filling into the baked crust and bake it uncovered for 20 minutes. And then top it with the banana slices, let it cool. And it says cover and chill in the refrigerator for an hour or overnight before serving. I'm gonna be honest, it's about time for me to eat breakfast. I typically eat at 10, so what this means is that I'm gonna have to eat another breakfast and wait for tomorrow for the taste test, which is fine. I actually love having a pre-prepped breakfast because it just makes my life so simple. So once I have this pre-prepped, I'm gonna put it in a container, and I'm just gonna, actually I'll probably just cover it with like a little bit of saran wrap and just let it cool, and then stay in the fridge overnight and then eat it tomorrow. While I was making my substitute breakfast, which is just rice cakes, peanut butter, and banana, and a little bit of orange to make 6 ounces, here comes the crust. That looks great. Now I'm going to pour in the filling. And I'm just going to pop this back into the oven for 20 minutes, just like it told me to. Oops. Where is it? There it is. Here we go. Ooh, look at it. Ooh. Oh, that smells nice. Ooh, it's a little bit jiggly still. A little bit jiggly. Okay, did y'all see that just kind of settle? So now I'm literally going to let this cool room temperature for a while. And then once it's cooled off, I'm going to add the banana toppings, and then I'm going to just let it, I'm going to cover it with some saran wrap and pop it in the fridge and let it sit overnight for my breakfast tomorrow. I'm so excited. Ooh, it's so cute. Another shout out about this cookbook is that the recipes are very gourmet looking, you know, like everything about them is just like pretty and attractive. So I just think this is such a good cookbook. And if you're looking for something to make you feel like you eat gourmet stuff, like delicious, extra delicious, very attractive looking, this is the cookbook for you. I have been eagerly awaiting this bite since I made this recipe. Let's take it. Oh, look at that. There's the crust. Can you see it? Look at the crust. It's important for me to give a disclaimer for this recipe that this is not going to taste the same to you as a banana cream pie that you get at the diner down the street from your house. It's not going to be filled with sugar kind of taste. It's not going to be just, you know, there's no whipped cream. Like, I want you to have your expectations set at a level that is manageable. What I want to say is that your taste buds over time change the longer you eliminate sugar and flour. So if you do bright line eating like I do, after a couple of months, because I've been doing it, I don't know, 7, 8 weeks now, 9 weeks, I don't know, it doesn't matter, but I've been doing this for at least 2 months. And my taste buds have really changed. If I ate this at the very beginning of my bright line eating, if I ate this banana cream pie at the very beginning of my resume for bright line eating, my taste buds would not have changed as much as I would have needed them to really appreciate the flavors and the freshness in this recipe. So since I've been doing bright line eating for so long now, my taste buds are at a level that I'm like, wow, anything pure like this tastes good to me. So I really want that expectation to be set, because I have a feeling somebody watching this is probably going to make this recipe at the very beginning of their journey, and they're going to be like, it's not as tasty as I thought it would be. But the reason is because you haven't given your taste buds enough time to change. They say it's about 2 weeks. Every 2 to 3 weeks is the turnover and regeneration of your taste buds. So give it some time. For me, the longer I do this bright lane eating, the better food tastes to me. So I just want you to be mindful of that. It's so light and fresh and creamy, perfect for a summer breakfast on bright line eating.